Hi everyone. I'm not doing a reading today. And I normally would, but there's something that's been on my mind for a while. And it just keeps nagging at me to say something. And anybody who knows me knows that I don't say anything. I don't rock the boat. I don't say the uncomfortable thing because I don't like to start anything. I don't like conflict. But this is something that's kind of really sat with me for a while, and I need to say it. And if it hurts your feelings or if it makes you mad, I'm not sorry. Because I don't have any control of your feelings or emotions or thoughts. But this is my opinion, my thought process, my beliefs. And because everybody has the right to say their beliefs, doesn't mean that you have to believe the same thing. Doesn't mean you have to agree with me. But if you as the general public want respect for your beliefs, then you kind of have to give respect to people that you don't agree with. And you don't have to, and that's fine. But I'm going to say this. A while back, there was someone local here who went to, as a pro-life meeting or a pro-life rally, whatever. Very, very small gathering of people, I guess, to discuss the pro-life situation in my hometown, in my community. And they are against it for whatever beliefs. That's fine. But this person started asking questions, which they have every right to ask questions, but it almost seems as if it was just to rile the people up. And this person asked questions, and one of the questions was, if the pro-life people, how do they feel about the Second Amendment? How do they feel about the death penalty? How do they feel about other things? Okay, I can see how that would be asked. And then it was said that, people die during pregnancies. Okay, yeah. And that abortion needs to be, brought back and allowed by the public because abortion is health care. No, I have a problem with that. That's problem number one. I did some research. Yearly, on average, there's about 5.3 million pregnancies. And out of those pregnancies, it was 10 to 15 that were non-consensual or incest or danger to the mother, ectopic, things like that. So even that's 15, let's even bring it up to 20% of the pregnancies every year that are pregnant under those circumstances. And they're awful. I'm saying that right now. Those situations are awful. But they are 20%. So that means the remaining 80% was a choice. If you're pro-choice and you're pro-abortion, okay. But it was those people's choice to have sex which caused the pregnancy. And you're saying that abortion is health care and that it needs to be covered by people's taxpayers. No. If we're going that route, then cancer needs to be provided for by people's. If they want my money that goes to paying taxes to cover health care, I would rather my tax money go to funding cancer research and cancer treatment, not for abortions because of someone's choice. It was a choice. Yes, 20% awful. 80% is a choice that someone made. And just because they no longer want to have that child, and to me it is a child, as soon as that baby, because to me it's a baby, when there's a heartbeat, to me actually it latches on, whenever it latches onto the wall and actually stays there, that's when pregnancy is technically confirmed. That's when it's a baby. That's my opinion. And I'm not backing off on that. So to me, that's when a pregnancy is. That's when a baby is born or conceived. So that's when there is life. But much more so when there's a heartbeat. I don't want my taxpayer money to take care of something that you feel is a problem. You can fight me all day long. I'm not budging on that one. You want it to go to cancer? Cancer is not a choice. Everybody who's ever gotten it, still fighting from it, lost their lives to it. It is not a choice. I would never wish that on anyone, not even the person I hate the most. And I don't even know who that is. I would never wish that. So if my taxpayer money has to go to something, let it go to cancer, not to somebody who has an abortion because they don't want to live with that, the consequences of their actions. No. And another thing, she was talking about gun laws and wanting to make gun laws. The gun laws that we have right now are being followed by law-abiding citizens. People who obtain guns are typically for the protection of themselves and their family, and to go hunting to provide food for themselves. The people who don't follow the gun laws are criminals, and they don't follow them anyways. What we need is gun education and gun safety. That's what we need. If you want to purchase a gun, you have to go to a class and prove that you are aware of how to use it and gun safety. Let's do that. Let's look into that. Let's not more laws, because people who break the laws will break the laws anyways. They don't care. All you're doing is hampering the law-abiding citizens and making it harder for them to protect themselves, their families, and their property. And this person who was talking about, protecting lives, all you're doing is wasting more lives. And I don't understand, and maybe it's just me thing, I don't understand people who are for abortions, but they're against the death penalty. But that's neither here nor there. But this was something that I had to get off my chest. Because if you're for abortion and you want it, that's your choice. It's not my business to stop you. But why are you demanding that I pay for it? Why are you demanding that I accept it? I don't. There was a time where I could have made that choice. I didn't. Because to me it was never an option. But I was put in a situation. If there's something that you want and you're so passionate about it, go after it. Go get it for you. Do not force anybody else if they don't follow it and believe it. That's I guess my rant, my 2 cents. I love how different we are, and I'm gonna say this every day because we're meant to be different. We're meant to have different beliefs. We're meant to think, feel, look different. This is a good thing. But it's not okay when you tell me that I have to think, feel, or say something because You don't like how I'm saying it, and it makes you feel bad. I didn't make you feel bad. You chose for my words to make you upset, make you sad, hurt you in some way. That's on you. I have just as much right to say what I think, to say what I feel, to say what I believe, just as much as you do. I know this is going to cause controversy. I know people are going to be upset. I know people may stop following me and listening to me. And that's okay. I wasn't put on this earth to make everybody happy, because there's no way I can't. The number of diverse people in my life might astound you. And I love them for exactly who they are. And if what I'm saying makes them upset, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Because I'm allowed to believe and feel what I feel. Just as much as you're allowed to feel and believe what you want to. Because it makes you who you are. All I ask is that if you want respect for your beliefs, you have to give somebody else the same thing. I hope this finds you in good health, in good peace, in abundance, and in love. And I hope you follow the path that you are meant to follow. Because that's the path I'm on. And it looks like it's starting to say what needs to be said, at least for me. Many blessings.